It's just okay. It's weird to me. It says Fender.
Yes.
And I'm playing it through a Fender combo, and I pull up a Vox AC30 sound. That there's just like Helix, Kemper. Like I don't feel that because they don't make amps, right? But now I've got a Fender unit going. Like this is a great sounding Marshall. Like what?
Well, and it creates this other weird thing too, where you forget that it's a Fender product entirely.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, now it's just another like does everything modeling unit. And it's not necessarily a Fender. Like it kind of loses its Fenderness to me.
Oh, that's interesting.
I hadn't thought of that. I did not even know. When I walked in here and saw it, I was like, oh, cool. This will be awesome. Hear all these Fender amps.
Yeah.
I didn't even know until we opened it up and played it that it had other amps.
That it might have that,
I was like, what? Oh, is it because they wouldn't release a Vox AC30 onto the market like in a combo, but they'll put it in that pedal,
right?
Just to give you options. It's just weird. Like, why not?
I think though they would not. You would not be taken seriously if you were Fender and you said, "Hey, we have a bunch of Fender amps." Actually, I would have liked for them to put actually more amps in there, more Fender amps.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
I would.
There's not every single Fender amp.
I have released
not even.
No,
close.
I've released the 65 collection. What are you guys doing? You literally are Fender. Like what?
You would know how many Fender amps there are.
I will tell you that they all sound different, and they all, there's a reason there's like 13 amps in the lineup that Leo Fender built. Like, put all those out. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That makes me a little worried that we're actually being sold a freemium model.
Oh, they're going to come out with more.
I really suspect freemium's coming. I think EVH is our hint. It's EVH officially licensed. Of course, they manufacture the EVH stuff. I wait for a Victory Amps officially licensed thing to show up. That's the type of thing that'll show up. And then all of a sudden it's like, you don't need the Marshalls. You have the Victory Amps.
Right.
Oh, you don't need that. Well, we don't have as many Voxes, but we have the
Bad Cat.
Ones. We have the Matchless. They're officially licensed. Yeah. The only unit with officially licensed stuff. You know what I mean?
Fender could do it. Yeah.
That's actually really interesting because Victory. It's funny that you brought up Victory because I feel like Victory is one of those brands.
Yeah.
That is like it could be really, really, really popular because they make really great stuff.
Yeah.
But I just feel like they're just a small kind of a boutique-y thing.
Yeah.
And if Fender came to them and said, hey, we want your sounds on this thing. Here's the stipulations we're going to have, but we're going to pay you this royalty.
Yeah, we'll pay you this royalty. We get your brand.
How
it gives us
in
some
the world can he say no to that?
Yeah, turn it down.
No, and
no
I think
way.
in the player's mind like us, it would give them authenticity and like this isn't Fender maybe botching a model. This is them doing the Victory version of these sounds, which would be awesome.
Right.
I mean, I'm for it. I just don't want to go pay $29.99. Now that's weird because of what I do for a living. It's weird that I'm about to be like, Fender,
that's a bit of a double standard.
Yeah.
How dare
it's a bit of a double standard. I acknowledge it. I'm not sure really what my thoughts are completely, other than up until now, all the units have sort of offered, here's the unit, here's what it does. No one's ever said, and we're hiding features behind a paywall. No one's done that. There's people like me who make stuff, who make IRs. We all get digital downloads. That's another person making something.
Yeah.
But no one's ever put it. Now, Fender hasn't done this yet. It's my suspicion.
Yeah.
But no one's ever put out a unit and been like, don't you love it? Do you want to love it more? Open up your wallet.
Upgrade it, yeah.
I think, honestly, it would be suicide if they did it. I think the backlash will be so terrible on the internet. I want to see it in the same way that you like look at a car accident going by a free. But maybe they're not going to do it at all. Maybe they're just going to put a ton of effort supporting this. It could happen.
It might. Honestly, I don't know that I would hate it. I don't know that I would hate that because it's not really any different than, look, when you buy a Kemper, one of the first questions is like, okay, how do I make this thing sound good? Right? Because the stuff that comes on it is, I don't even know what it comes on it by default anymore. But so it's kind of like this expectation that like you're going to have to make stuff or download stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like Fender could position that as like, hey, you're welcome. We've created this thing that we will continue to expand the capabilities of over time, but it's going to cost you over time.
Right.
But now you have the base unit. So now it's, you know what I mean? It's not like you have to keep rebuying the new thing all the time.
It could work.